We all want long bookings in serviced accommodation, right? Short-term rental, Airbnb, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes it's like waiting for a bus. You wait and wait, and then several come at once, right? So here's the thing, you've got to be patient with service accommodation in terms of getting these bookings. You have to do things right from the get-go. So you have to have a property that works, and you have to go the extra mile in order for it to do well, for it to get good reviews. Now, two things there. The property's got to be, well presented, and it's got to be comfortable, and it's got to be nice inside, right? That's the obvious. And then it's a service industry, so the way you handle the guests and the way you treat the guests and their requests and responding and, going the extra mile to look after your guests is key as well. And then what you're going to get is good reviews. Yeah, we all know that there's grumpy bastards out there. They walk among us team, don't they? But ultimately, your average will end up your average, which will be a fair average over time, and you'll get good review scores. Now, what that's going to do is make you attractive to guests to come and book, right? So most guests are looking at the price point versus the average review score. Whether it be booking.com, Airbnb, other platforms are available, right? And so people book. Now, it's really, really important. Sometimes you'll get a long booking via Airbnb or something like that. It sort of grates a bit because you've got to pay Airbnb a lot of that in commission, right? But it's a nice, long, chunky booking. You're only sending cleaners in to do mid-stay cleans, which, you should negotiate your price down on mid-stay clean. Shouldn't be the same cost as a full turn. And because you've got no voids, you are definitely going to be making more money. But you still want to get your direct bookings in. So just recently we've had a property, and we got a long booking via Airbnb, and then you make contact with your guest whilst they're in, because then you can make one-to-one. You don't have to go via the app for communicating, and then you're communicating with them, and you say, look, if you do want to extend, because quite often if someone books for a month, there's a reason for that, right? And it's often things take longer than you expect, and then they are inquiring saying, oh, what about another month or something like that. Obviously then they book direct via your own booking platform. Okay, hopefully you've got your own website and you can take direct bookings, and then you're saving on all of the OTA, online travel agent, Airbnb, booking.com commissions. So that's a big chunk, especially on a long booking, 18% worth of commission that you're not having to pay to the agent. So you can discount the stay, making it cheaper for the guest to book direct to you. And so less than they would, ultimately the night rate is less than they would pay if they booked via booking.com and Airbnb. Because you're not paying that commission, you're earning more money, and you've got no voids. Now, there's a particular property that has made me do this post, and it is a property where the owner, it wasn't working as a buy-to-let. He then tried it as an HMO, it didn't work as an HMO, and literally it's been about $2,500 to $3,000 a month for 4 months that this owner has been getting with us managing the property as serviced accommodation, and circa £750 to £1,000 worth of commission for us. But it's taken a while, for quite a long time with short-term bookings for that to happen. So again, you've got to be patient. The property has to work. So you do your due diligence on the property. It does have to work based on, let's call it 75% occupancy on short-term stays. And as long as it works, then you're not going to lose any money. But you just got to be patient. As long as you're doing things right, the long bookings will come in, and you'll make an awful lot more money for yourself. And if you're doing service accommodation management, managing someone else's property for them, more money for the owners as well. So hopefully there was some good tips in their team. Let me know what you think. Have you had any nice long chunky bookings of late? What did you do in order to secure those nice long chunky bookings. Share the love, share the tips and tricks. Remember, team, wear your poppy with pride. So this time of year, I the actual badges, all right, that's my regimental one. Still put money in the thing for, if you got a pin like that, still put money in the collection tin for the guys raising money for the poppy appeal, obviously. But yeah, that's wear your poppy with pride, team. It's that time of year. But let me know if you got any other tips and tricks, guys. Let me know what you think. Type away in the comments. If this type of content's useful, then make sure you like, follow, subscribe to get more of the same. Because from me, the property soldier, remember, your future prosperity needs you. Take care.